Ladies and gentlemen, the band tour now begins. This is the official moment when the tour begins because it begins with the preparation of sandwiches. Sandwiches? Why does a band need sandwiches? Because you're in a fucking van for like 8 hours a day. So, I've sourced the finest ingredients that Belgrade has to offer. Well, not the finest, the cheapest. But that Belgrade has to offer. But you can imagine that anything tastes good once you're in a van. Anyway, so I've sourced the sort of cheap ingredients that taste alright, and now I will hand it over to sandwich artist and guitarist Aleksandar Milenkovich.
Because it is not about the cheapest ingredients, it is about passion and actually art of making sandwiches. So we don't make sandwiches, we make art. Here is why, because we have so much experience with that, as Erik said, driving in the van and blah blah blah. Now I'll start with our finest artistic sandwiches. Ingredients. We have budimska salama premija, we have dimljena svinjska pečenica i naravno sir u obliku kačkavalja, sir Gouda specijal CCA 2.2.
Basically what he just said is that we got some salami, some ham and some cheese.
Tako nekako.
What else do we have?
We have finest product from Serbia called Urnebes.
In a bottle for the first time.
Yeah, I never saw this actually before.
I saw it and I had to add it to our sandwiches.
And we have classic other stuff like mayo, like mustard, and of course, naravno ketchup za sve. And now about the...
But wait a second, I believe that last time, one of the nuances that we put in our sandwiches was just a wee bit of Tabasco hot sauce.
We always add that to sandwich.
And a very small amount of olive oil from Greece.
Just like that. So, first of all, we take finest bread that we can find in Serbia.
For a decent price.
For a decent price. Yeah.
We're poor musicians, you know, we can't spend 10 euros on bread. In fact, the whole thing costs about 10 euros.
We lubricate first with a mayo. Mayo, here I go. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Squirt that.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't make it too much, or else it will go through the bread. You know.
Yeah. Then. No. I'll do it like that. First one.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Those watching at home, I'm sure you can almost smell that cheese.
Look at this. This is perfect cheese.
Well.
Smells like a tour and tastes like a tour. Yeah. Budimska. Finest of budimska salama.
The Lord of salamas. Praise the Lord of salamas.
Well, next 6 days, this will be our majority food.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, like normally, here in Serbia we have access to good ingredients at good prices, but while on tour, we're forced to visit establishments like Lidl, a German supermarket that sells the dirtiest, cheapest salami you can find.
But once...
This will be much better.
Yeah. But when you have no choice, Lidl is...
When you're hungry, you're hungry. When you need to eat, you eat, and then you feel better.
That's it.
Oh, wow. See, this is why I employ this man as a sandwich artist. You know, he has the right ratio of salami to ham.
Yeah.
Oh, and now he's gonna garnish that with a little mustard. Okay. All right. Oh.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Next, cheese. So we have 7 people.
Yep, 7 people. So let's start with 1 sandwich per band member.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Now, just so you know, guys, if you're feeding a band, let's say that it's about approximately 5 for 7 people. I'd say that's about 500 to 700 grams of meat every day, and about 500 grams of cheese.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Just so you know when you're purchasing that. I mean, yeah. Hang on, let me get one of those close-up shots of what you're doing here. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, let it go. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah.
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 Oh. Fantastic.
And then final thing.
Now just a little bit of heat for those who like a little bit of zing in their food. Right? Fabulous.
Awesome. And the final touch.
Just to lubricate a little bit better.
Very important. We have extra devičansko ulje.
Extra virgin, you know? Extra virgin. You know, like she hasn't even thought about sex. She's an extra virgin.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is your future very messy sandwich
But I'm sure
on tour.
over the 18 or so hours before the sandwich will be... Oh, look at the way he pats it down to sort of combine the ingredients and you know, make sure that the sauces very beautifully seep into the bread for that flavor while dropping the aluminum foil on the ground.
Well,
fabulous. You know, there's a technique to all of this madness.
Eventually,
Here we go. Yeah.
this is
All right.
happening. We throw this.
Yeah. We're gonna throw away some foil, you know, because we got lots of foil. I think I got 20 meters of foil here. So, and now, final touch.
Final touch.
Gonna wrap it up. Wouldn't it be better if you wrap that up the other way, like you sort of like made for the size of foil? Because it might be, yeah, there we go. All right. Great. Oh, we almost got one ready. All right, folks, there you have it.
Final touch is
Yeah.
napkin.
Napkin gotta go.
Because this is
Because
messy.
you got savages in the motherfucking van. And if you don't give them something to wipe themselves, they'll wipe it on each other. All right, there we go, folks. As you can imagine, the other 6 sandwiches, very beautiful. Let's take a close-up of the man with his sandwich. Bring it up to your face and just smile. Yeah. Man with his sandwich.
Great.
Sandwich artist Aleksandar Milenkovich, thank you for this demonstration. I know you don't have time to explain everything all over again. I'm sure the next 6 sandwiches are going to be just as awesome and carefully planned as this one. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the tour.
Stay tuned.